All right, so I'm gonna start us off with some coon ass jokes because that is what I love to do. I like to make fun of my
Yahoo!
coon ass brothers and sisters. So this one is about
Yes.
Marie Boudreau,
Boudreaux.
Marie Boudreau, and Boudreau Boudreau.
That's great
Y'all know,
They
already.
on a
say
serious
Marie?
note,
Boudreaux,
I
Boudreaux.
went to work today and I met this guy. He's my trainer, right? Because I got a new job, started a new job, and my trainer, his name is Dido. I
Okay.
said, "What? Dido? That's coon ass if I ever heard. I'm gonna work that in a new guy. We got Dido. Okay. So Marie Boudreaux whispered to his wife Marie late one night. He says, "If I died, would you get married again?" Said, "Yeah, I guess so," she replied. "Would you sleep in the same bed with him?" "Well, it's the only bed we got, so I guess I'd have to." And he said, "Will you make love to him?" "Sure," Marie said. "I guess since he be my husband, I would have to give him, some lovin's." And Boudreaux said, "But would you give him my pickup truck?" "No, Boudreaux, no, no, no. I would never give him your pick 'em up truck. Besides, he don't know how to drive no stick drift." Y'all hear me crumpling up these papers, right? Just like, wasn't that Letterman used to do that, or Johnny Carson, or one of them guys tell a joke, crumple
Or
it up, and
both.
throw it over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, one morning Thibodeau was sitting under the tree in his front yard, patching holes in his shrimp net. His neighbor Boudreaux came out his front door, waved to Thibodeau, walked to the mailbox. He looked in the box, scratched his head for a minute, went back inside. About a half hour later, Thibodeau still out there patching up that shrimp net. Boudreaux come out and check his mailbox again. This time he slammed the box shut, walked away, mumbling, grumbling, kicking stones. About another half hour passed, Thibodeau still patching that net. Boudreaux stomped to his mailbox, yanked it open, looked in, slammed it shut. Took a deep breath, started back into the house. "Boudreaux," said Thibodeau, "what's wrong with you?" He said, "That computer my boy gave me last week done lost his mind." Said, "You got a computer?" "I didn't know that," said Thibodeau. "Yeah, Pierre gave it to me yesterday, all hooked up to that internet." "Pierre, that's a good boy you got there. What's he doing now?" "He's working over in New Orleans, got him a good job. He's doing good." "So what's wrong with the computer?" said Thibodeau. Old Boudreaux said, "It just plain lost its mind, y'all. You saw me 3 times I looked in that box. There ain't nothing there. That computer keep on telling me you got mail." God damn that computer. All right, that's two. 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 Now we need a real comedian up here. Who wants to go first?
I don't have a ton, so I'll go first because I
All
know
right.
that
All right.
Randy
Y
probably
gets
has
to
a
go first.
ton.
Come on up here, Y. Everybody.
I'll try to
Let's
come up
clap
with
You let
some.
and
why not
applause
go
for Y.
first?
Yeah, I don't have a real ton today. I had a lot last week, and I know I bored people at the end there.
Y'all got a lot of junk in that trunk. Look at them
You
britches.
know.
Lord have
Oh
mercy.
yeah, I tried to make my
Bootay.
ass bigger for you, Randy. You told me how bad it was.
I didn't say it was
Bootay.
bad.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
ain't
said
nothing
you
bad
had to go
about
up
you.
10 points or something. You told me that. I did it. How does it look? Pretty good.
I like it.
Got
You
that
I'd
ten
buy
like it?
point booty
Okay.
now.
Well, I don't have
Hell
any
yeah.
AO on, so I'm gonna stand here like a stiff, fat ass bitch. Okay. And
10
You
by
can
the
point
put it
way,
booty.
on.
I
You can put
That's
it
googled my
okay.
on.
symptoms. I googled my symptoms. Turns out I am a bitch. You know, a lot of older women they start accumulating cats. You know what that's called? It's the menopause. And that's what I got.
Mini pause.
Sometimes I wonder what happened to all the people who ask me for directions. Because Lisa taught me a lot of bad tricks, yeah. I don't know what's wrong with my friend. I told her I was sorry I hurt her feelings when I called her stupid. I thought she already knew, and she's like, now she's really mad at me. Yeah, she's really pissed off now.
Oh hell, that's me.
She's talking about
It
me.
was you. To do is to be, Nietzsche. To be is to do, Kant. Doobie doobie doo, Sinatra. I don't have a bucket list, but my bucket list is really long. The older I get.
What's on your book?
Well, I have
Screw the bucket list. I want to see the bucket list.
skydiving. I like to skydive. I would like to go in a balloon. And I want to go see everybody that's still living in my family, which is a very small amount of people now, before I croak. So that's a short bucket list, but I got to get a balloon and I got to get a goddamn airplane and a parachute, and it's too much work for me.
An airplane.
You don't really need a parachute if you go skydiving.
Yeah, you just
Well,
do.
if you do that as your last thing on your bucket list, you don't need jack shit.
Well, we don't need a parachute unless you want to go, skydiving twice.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, but it's not the fall that'll kill you. It's that sudden stop at the end.
Truth. Truth.
Your ass goes through your mouth. Well, I asked this dyslexic friend of mine why he went into physics, and he said that he loved physics because it gave a big hadron. A dead chemist. Bury him.
Bury him.
56
Barium. Oh.
Well, it's all shits and giggles, so somebody giggles and shits. Okay. All right, so it's 2021. President Joe Biden's told he needs to assemble a cabinet. And on his way back from IKEA, he realizes he greatly misunderstood the task. I've given up social media for the new year. I'm trying to make friends outside of Facebook while applying the same principles. So every day, I walk down the street. I tell passersby what I ate, how I feel, what I did the night before, what I'm going to do tomorrow, and then I give them pictures of my family, my dog, me in the garden, and I listen to their conversations and tell them that I love them. And it works. I already have 3 people following me, 2 cops and a psychiatrist. The reopening of Lego World 2021 was a big deal. People were lined up for blocks.
Yuck, 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 yuck.
I have decided that in 2021, I want to have a sex change. I'm going to change from having no sex to having some sex. I think that might be a few people in this room. Okay. Well, since COVID hit, our alphabet changed. Here it is. A, B, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, O, Q, S, V, W, X, Y, Z. Because there's no more ER, ICU, or TP. And in Second Life, there are no TPs that work. Okay.
I'm never going to memorize that. You got to put it to music. Make a tune out of it.
Trump wasn't lying about the coronavirus disappearing in April. He simply forgot to say April Fools on the first day of the month.
Gotcha.
My boyfriend told me to take a spider outdoors instead of killing it. We went and had some drinks. He's a really cool guy, and he wants to be a web developer. I told my teenage niece to go get me a phone book, and she laughed at me and said, "Oh, Aunt, why? You're so stupid and old. Just use my phone." So I slammed her phone against the wall and killed the spider. Well, a spider crawled into my keyboard earlier, but it's okay. I've got him under control. You know who Spider-Man is? Just another guy who ends up with sticky hands after using the web.
Oh, boy.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Oh, applause, applause.
My last one is a little girl walks in a pet shop. She asks the sweetest little lisp, "Excuse me, mister, do you keep widow wabbits?" And the shopkeeper bends down to her level and smiles and goes, "Do you want a widow white wabby or a soft fooey black wabby? Or maybe you like that cute widow brown wabby over there?" And the little girl leans forward and whispers, I don't think my python gives a fucking shit. All I have.
Yay!
Oh, that was great.
That was
Excellent,
good. That was
excellent, Warren. All right, I got a couple more. Of course, Boudreaux jokes.
Yeah.
That's really all I got because, well, I'm just a dumb coon ass. Boudreaux. All right, Boudreaux's wife Marie, she paints the kitchen in the typical South Louisiana July afternoon. You know, it's very, very, very hot. About 100 degrees. About 100% humidity. Very hot, very wet. So Boudreaux come home from working at the crawfish farm to find Marie wearing some old comfortable clothes and two big old heavy jackets in July in Louisiana. So Boudreaux, he asks Marie, so why is you dressed that way on what has to be the hottest days of the year? Marie says, "Mais Boudreaux, look here. On the can right here it says, for best results, put on two coats."
Ba-dum-bum.
Alright, here's another one. One day, Boudreaux and Thibodeau decide to go fishing at the pond in the back of Boudreaux's house. It was dark when they reached the pond. They realized they wanted to cross to the other side, but they couldn't walk around and had no boat, no pirogue to cross in. Thibodeau turned to Boudreaux and he says, "Boudreaux, how in the heck we gonna get across that water?" "No problem. I'm gonna shine this here flashlight across the water, and you're gonna walk on the beam of light all the way across." Thibodeau says, "Boudreaux, you must think I'm stupid or something. Just I know, right when I get halfway across, you're gonna turn that flashlight off on me." That one really was stupid, but I thought it was worth reading. Oh man, coon ass is turning in their grave right now. All right, here's another one. A city lawyer runs a stop sign down in Cajun country, and he gets pulled over by Deputy Sheriff Boudreaux. He thinks that he is smarter than the deputy, so he gonna show him. He decides to prove this to himself and have some fun. Deputy Boudreaux says, "License and registration, please." City lawyer says, "What for?" Deputy says, "You didn't come to a complete stop at the sign." The lawyer says, "I slowed down and no one was coming. It's all good." Deputy says, "You still didn't come to a complete stop. License and registration, please." So the lawyer says, "What's the difference if I didn't come to a stop?" "The difference is you have to come to a complete stop. That's the law. License and registration." So the lawyer says, "If you could show me the legal difference between slow down and stop, I give you my license and registration, and you give me the ticket, and you could even put me in jail." "Exit your vehicle, sir." So at this point, the deputy takes out his stick and starts beating the lawyer over the head. He said, "What do you want me to do? Stop or slow down?" And that, folks, is the difference between stopping and slowing down in Louisiana. All right, Randy, save me, bro. I'm bombing bad.
All right, I'm coming. Here I come. All right. Electronic device here. Okay, let me tap it. Mic check, mic check. Oh, this is a good looking mic. She's all nice and shiny. Nice. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I just got back from a pleasure trip. I took my mother-in-law to the airport. You know, I've been in love with the same robot for 49 years. If my wife ever finds out, she'll kill me. Now, what are the 3 words a woman never wants to hear when she's making love? Honey, I'm home. Well, you know, somebody stole all my credit cards, but I'm not going to report it. The thief spends less than my wife did. Yeah, you know, when we go out, we always hold hands. If I let go, she starts shopping. You didn't know I was married, did you? Okay. My wife and I went back to the hotel where we spent our wedding night. Only this time I stayed in the bathroom and cried. My wife and I went to a hotel where we got a waterbed. My wife called it the Dead Sea. Been married too long. 100 years is too long, you know. All right. One day, she was at the beauty shop for 2 hours. And that was only for the estimate. Well, she got a mud pack and looked great for 2 days. Then the mud fell off. You know, I just went to London. There's a 6-hour time difference. I'm still confused. When do I go to dinner? I feel sexy. When I go to bed, I feel hungry. I screwed that one up royally, didn't I? Yes,
I
indeed.
think so.
I'll try it again. I was just in London. There's a 6-hour time difference, and I'm still confused. When I go to dinner, I feel sexy, and when I go to bed, I feel hungry. Is that better? That was a little better. I don't know. You can throw pies if you want.
I guess you got to be in London for
I
that.
had the pie. You forgot to give us the pies. Wait.
I got pies. I'll get pies. Linden Labs has throwing pies.
I
Free
have
on
a
Mark.
thrower. I'm going to start giving them out to everybody.
I got exploding noobs.
Yeah. Good idea, you know? Yeah.
By the way, hey everybody, good to
Hey,
be back.
Fiddlah.
Hey, Fiddler, you got some jokes?
Yeah, you're funny.
Yeah.
Good. Good. I'll do a couple more and I'll get off the stage and give you the spotlight, buddy. Good to see you back.
Thanks. Yeah, no jokes tonight. Not yet.
No joke?
Yes.
Glad you're here.
At least you're
Welcome
here
back.
and you're well enough to come and visit. That makes me happy. Makes everybody happy. Now, the doctor, Dr. Vinny Boombats, he gives this man 6 months to live. The man couldn't pay his bill, so the doctor gave him another 6 months. When the doctor called Mrs. Cohen, and he says, Mrs. Cohen, your check came back. So she says, well, so did my arthritis.
Yep. Screw you, Doc.
And the doctor says, you'll live to be 60. And the poor patient says, I am 60. And the doctor says, see, what did I tell you? Pretty poor. Yeah, I know. I didn't write him. A doctor held a stethoscope up to a man's chest. And the man asked, Doc, how do I stand? And the doctor says, well, that's what puzzles me.
Ah,
He get it? He's still on his feet? Oh, never mind. Oh, God, I'm dying up here. Patient
No,
says...
you're not. That one was over my head.
It was over mine too.
I'm sure it's
Help her out, Fit. Help her out.
you're just
The
going to have to
patient
lower
comes
your
into the
intellect
doctor.
level a little bit.
Patient comes into the doctor and he says, hey, Doc, I got a ringing in my ears. And the doctor says, well, don't answer it. The drunk was in front of a judge. And the judge says, you've been brought here for drinking. And the drunk says, oh, yeah, okay, let's get started.
That one I can relate. I mean, that one I understood.
Okay, why do Jewish divorces cost so much? They're worth it.
Worth it.
Yeah, you knew. Oh, okay. Why do Jewish men die before their wives? Because they want to. The Harvard School of Medicine did a study of why Jewish women like Chinese food so much. The study revealed that this is due to the fact that Swanton spelled backwards. Not now. Glee's like that one. At least I got a chuckle out of Glee. There's a big controversy on the Jewish view of when life begins. In Jewish tradition, the fetus is not considered viable until it graduates from medical school. Didn't he like that one? Okay. Why don't Jewish mothers drink? Well, alcohol interferes with their suffering. Boy. Have you seen the newest Jewish American princess horror movie? It's called Debbie Does Dishes.
Oh my God!
Boy, I like that one. You know, that's a good one. These are some old Lauren Whalen jokes, I think. You know, I don't know. We'll see. Okay. What the hell? Who's crumpling tinfoil? I know who that is. That's Nick. He's got a really good gaming keyboard, and he lets everybody know it. You know.
Nah, it ain't me, bro. It ain't me.
I'm hearing typing from Fiddlah.
Well, we all know who types like that.
Yeah, Fiddlah. I had to turn him down so I could hear you.
Well, mine is,
You know
and
what?
I'm way
You can make
across.
a song out of that. You know, he's a musician and composer. You can make a song out of that.
I think they did already.
I think Jerry Lewis already did that.
I just heard it. It was on a typewriter.
Well, I'll tell you what. I asked you a question here. Why do Jewish mothers make great parole officers?
Why do they?
Why? Because they never let anyone finish a sentence.
Sounds like someone we know.
What's a Jewish American princess's favorite position? Facing Bloomingdale's.
Naturally.
A man called his mother in Florida. Mom, how are you? "Oh, not too good," said the mother. "I've been very weak." Son said, "Why are you so weak?" She said, "Because I haven't eaten in 38 days. Said, "Mom, that's terrible. Why haven't you eaten in 38 days?" And the mother said, "Because I didn't want my mouth to be filled with food if you should ever call me." 38 days. Oh my God. I hope she had something to drink. All right, a Jewish boy comes home from school and he tells his mother he has a part in the play. And she asks, "What part is it?" "No, I play the part of the Jewish husband." The mother scowls and says, "Go back and tell the teacher you want a speaking part." Where does a Jewish husband hide money from his wife? Under the vacuum cleaner.
Oh my God. Ah,
But that's not really true because Marsha Powers vacuumed every day.
Was she Jewish?
Yeah.
Oh, well, good for her. Keep her in shape. Keep her in shape for the hubby.
All her furniture, including the beds. The kids sweat in bed. It was awful.
Come in and have a slide.
Yeah. What do they call it? Slip and slide. You get into bed, you slide right out.
The couch was velvet, red velvet with plastic cover on it.
Oh my God.
You could urinate on it and it wouldn't get wet.
I've been in houses like that. It's so horrible. You sit down, it makes more
yeah.
noise.
That was
Back in the
Fiddler's house.
50s and 60s, all the grandmothers did that. Especially
Oh yeah, my
the
grandmother's house was
Italians and
all
the Polish.
plastic.
Saving money. Hey.
it's not for sitting down. It's in the summer if you want to get out of that plastic chair and make a statement. And
No, you won't get out without losing half
Oh,
your
yeah,
back leg.
like do it.
Pulls the flesh off. It's tough for you meat bags, you know. You're just made out of meat, so it just clings and it pulls it right off like saran.
Yep, the older you get, then the more your skin gets thin, and then pretty soon you're skinless and you're walking around and people are looking at you like a monster.
You can wrap yourself in the plastic.
All right, I got about 4 more. I could change course, or I hope somebody else can come up and do something. But
Why? Doing good. Keep it going, brother.
what did I do now? I heard my name mentioned. What did I do now? All right, never
Get
mind.
off the couch for first.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
and you take out the trash while you're at it, okay?
How many Jewish mothers does it take to change a light bulb?
None.
Don't bother. I'll just sit in the dark. I don't want to be a nuisance to anybody.
Oh, that's better.
All right. A short summary of every Jewish holiday. They tried to kill us. We won. Let's eat. Did you hear about the bum who walked up to a Jewish mother on the street and it said, "Lady, I haven't eaten in 3 days. Force yourself." That's a good one. What's the difference between a Rottweiler and a Jewish mother? Well, eventually the Rottweiler will let go. And the final one I have in this vein of jokes is, why are Jewish men circumcised? Because Jewish women don't like anything unless it's 20% off.
Oh my God, that's a good one.
Terrible, isn't it? Anybody else? Open mic. Come on up.
Well, Blacky, I know you got some.
Blacky's been dying to come up
Yeah,
here. and
come on,
I'm
Blacky.
Give it the stage.
Honestly, I just got one joke. I just got
all right.
one little story
Come
for
on up and
you.
tell the joke. Come on.
Get on the stage because we want to
Come
see
on.
your underwear. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, take your shirt off while you're at it.
Up against that red curtain, it'll look good. Yep.
Yeah, this isn't a lineup or anything. Trust us.
Hey, you don't like my underwear?
It's not a lineup. Don't worry. Yeah.
Some of you guys that have known me for a while know that I used to be a poker dealer back about 100 years ago there in Vegas. And before that, I dealt a whole bunch of illegal house games, I guess that's what you call them. They'd rent a house and they'd run a poker game. And anyway, a lot of the poker games were run by the people with Italian descent. Okay. Yeah, they're part of a thing that nobody talks about. But anyway, this group of guys, it's the mafia. Yeah, they would lend out money to people that were gamblers and whatnot, and hope to get them in debt, and then they'd rake them forever, right? Well, anyway, somebody thought up this idea that they were going to get a new guy to make the weekly collections for the businesses, and they were feeling the heat from the cops. So anyway, they decided to use a deaf guy for the job. Okay, and they figured if somebody deaf got caught, then they figured he wouldn't be able to communicate as easy with the police, right?
Logical.
And anyway, his first week on the job, Jesus, the guy picks up over $50,000. Okay, now that's a lot of money, and he starts getting a little greedy, and his greed gets the better of him, of course, and he decides that he'll keep that money, and he stashes it in a safe place. And of course, now mafia, it didn't take them long before they figured out that, hey, collection was late, and they sent out a couple of debt swingers to go look for the deaf debt collector. Now, also, you guys that know me know that about a 50% hearing loss, and I learned how to do sign language long time ago. I don't read lips, and that's just part of it. I tell you what, that's something that's weird here lately with COVID and everybody wearing masks. That's horrible. I can't read lips when you're wearing a mask.
Me too. Yeah.
But anyway. Okay. it didn't take long for them to, figure out that, hey, where's the collection? And so they sent some guys to look at him, and they find the guy and the debt collector. And they go ask him, hey, what'd you do with the money? And the problem is, of course, the debt collector couldn't communicate with them either. So they drag him off, and this one guy knew that I spoke sign language, so he comes and gets me to translate to this guy. Okay. That mafioso guy, the bat swinger, he said, I want you to ask him where the money is. And so I signed, where's the money? Right? And the debt collector tries to bluff his way out of it. He says, I don't know what they're talking about. And I looked at the mafioso guy and said, hey, he says he doesn't know what you're talking about. And about that time, good God, goobledy-goo, this mafioso guy pulls a 44 Remington Magnum handgun out of his coat, the biggest fucking handgun I've ever seen in my life, and he points at this guy's forehead. And he said, ask him where the money is and tell him I'm not going to be asking again. So I sign to him, and I say, I said, where's the money? He says he's not going to ask again, and I think he's serious, okay? And I guess about that time his nerves got shot, and he signed language. The $50,000 is in the Denver park, hidden by the third tree stump left of the gate near 72nd Street. And the mafioso guy is getting a little impatient, and he looked at me and said, what'd he say? I mean, what could I say? I told him, I said, he says you still don't know what you're talking about, and he thinks you're a fucking idiot, and he bets you don't have the balls to pull that trigger.
That was great. Okay.
Oh, thank you guys. Funny. You guys are wonderful.
That was very good, Blacky. I love that one.
Story.
Let me guess. You got that money, right? You went and picked that up, didn't you?
What money?
Yeah, it wasn't.
I ain't saying
That's
nothing.
how we bought those PMC short seats, Mary.
Let me get. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right?
Where do you think I got this fancy red hat? I think I got this.
I'm the second wife.
All right. Before I start, does anybody here have a joke they want to tell? Open mic.
I don't want to get on stage,
Okay.
but
But you're a model. Get up there and show yourself. Come on.
You look
Come
beautiful.
on.
Do it
Get
on
up.
the stage.
You don't have to.
and I clean up pretty good. No, just a minute. When one door closes and another door opens, you are probably in prison. To me, and also my bestie, why not? To drink responsibly means don't spill it.
If you do, please.
Funny.
And if you do, lick it off the floor.
Exactly.
Now be wasting and you drop.
Age 60 might be the new 40, but 9 p.m. is the new midnight.
Ain't that the truth, huh?
Oh, that's true.
The older I get, the earlier it gets late.
Yes.
Oh,
Truth.
And when I say the other day, it could be referring to any time between yesterday and 15 years ago.
Such fun, yes.
Oh, God.
All right. That's me for tonight.
Yay.
Yay.
Big round of applause.
All right. Yeah.
Way to go, Pepper.
Well, when I
Hey,
was
buddy.
I just want to say when I was ill for the last couple of weeks, I had time to write a new song. Want to
Yeah,
hear
that's
it?
great.
Oh, yes, we would love that.
All right.
Welcome back.
It's real quick. It's real simple. It goes like this.
You go on the stage to play it?
Bye, Corona. My. Achoo, Corona.
Sing it, brother. Sing it.
Oh my God, I have to.
That was wonderful, man. Do it again. Do it again.
Good.
I didn't hear it, 'cause
Very good.
I didn't turn you down when you were typing. Come on, play it one more time.
I'm sorry.
Do it again. Do it again.
He put it away. He put it away.
Oh, for crying out soft. Well, if you didn't
That
play
was
so hard,
wonderful.
I would have heard your damn song.
That was. And recorded,
Wonderful,
gonna
man.
get published. I guarantee it.
Yeah,
Right.
it was written.
Now, bye.
Yeah, so.
It was written by the new band from down under called Don't Get the Backs.
My goodness.
I'd buy a copy of it.
Yeah, you were out of commission for a while there, buddy. You were.
A what?
Yeah, but I didn't get the backs.
You were.
Did he say
Suck
penis?
my-
Patient you were.
Never mind.
Yeah, people are dying to get to their concert.
Oh, yeah? They won't tell you how many people are dying from the vaccine. Now,
Did he say penis?
Penis?
Ay.
What?
Okay.
Somebody says penis and the whole room gets quiet.
Like we just slipped into another
Come on,
dimension.
He did.
All right, I got one more Boudreaux. One more, but I'm gonna save the rest for next week.
Yay.
All right,
Well,
this is
before-
a.
Before you
this-
close it up, Nick, I think somebody might want to do something. Just ask again
Oh,
for
do
it.
something?
Well, let me tell this one more Boudreaux joke. One
Well,
more.
of course, you're the boss,
Okay.
man. Of course.
And this is actually about Thibodeau, the Thibodeau household down in Louisiana, and this happens on a beautiful Saturday morning. No school, no work, none of that good stuff. So, T-Boo, that's Thibodeau Jr. for y'all. T-Boo come downstairs for breakfast one morning, and he asks his granny, who's in the kitchen, doing granny things in the kitchen. He said, "Where's mom and dad at?" And she replied, They still up in bed, T." So T Bobby giggles, and he walks out the room and he goes back, sits down, watches his cartoons and stuff. And about lunchtime he comes back in there and Granny's still fiddling around in the kitchen. He said, "Granny, where's mom and dad at?" "Well, they still up in the bedroom, little T." Well, T starts giggling and he looks around, he laughs, and he runs out the room, goes outside, starts playing in the yard. And a few hours later, it's almost dinner time. Little T come inside and he says, "Granny, where's mom and daddy at?" And she say, "Well, they still up in the bedroom. I guess they sleeping." And little T starts giggling and laughing. This time he can't hold it in. He's laughing out loud, all funny and stuff. So Granny, she sounds suspicious. She says, "Well, T, what the hell? You know something. Tell me what you did." So T replied, "Granny, last night Daddy come busting in my room looking for the Vaseline. I gave him the super glue." All right, and with that, I am all out of jokes.
I can't even imagine.
All right, so we still in open mic. We still got 9 minutes left. If anybody wants to come up here and try that shot on stage, it's here, and it would be funny. And if you don't want to get on stage, we could just listen to you where you at.
Hold on, let me look for a second. All right. So, I get off the plane and I forget to take my seatbelt. off, and I'm dragging the plane through the terminal. The wings are knocking people over. Recently, I went to the doctors. He said he had to amputate all of me.
All of them.
All of you?
All of me. Smoking cures weight problems. Eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Let's see. We got some good ones. Yeah, I have to be. Yeah. If you were gonna shoot a mime, would you use a silencer?
You'd have to.
I would, yeah.
Imagine Pulitzer Prize fighting.
Pulitzer Prize.
You can't have everything. Where would you put it? I just lost a buttonhole.
Oh,
Did you lose a buttonhole? Is a buttonhole.
it's a chair.
I just recently installed a skylight in my apartment. The people who live above me are fucking furious.
I walked into a trophy store. I said, man, this guy is good.
La-
That might hurt.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah,
Mom,
it
I
did.
don't like Swiss cheese. I don't like the holes.
Boy, it
Well,
hurt.
pick the cheese and leave the holes on your plate.
Last week I forgot to ride a bicycle. I forgot totally last week.
I didn't hear that.
Me either.
Last week I forgot to how to ride a bicycle.
Oh.
No.
You never forget it.
Oh.
It's a real small world, but I wouldn't want to paint it.
No kidding.
We don't want to paint our living room, so.
24 hours in a day, 24 beers in a case.
I
Coincidence?
think not.
There you go.
Oh.
I think not.
Is it good if a vacuum really sucks? And that's
Hey,
it for me.
All right.
Ah!
Okay.
All right, yeah, Fiddlah. All right, and I think for that we're going to call it a
I
night.
decided to end with a couple.
And thank you everybody for coming.